today we discuss about root 2 is an irrational number. So first of all you need to know what is the meaning of irrational number, which is not a rational, it is called irrational number. So we already know that rational numbers is nothing but terminating decimals. Rational numbers is nothing but terminating and non-terminating recurring decimals. So other than these two, the other decimal form is non-terminating, non-recurring decimals. So these type of numbers are called irrational numbers. You already know this. So let's discuss about the root 2 is irrational number. Is the topic of 10th class. Very important for 4 marks. So let me discuss. So first of all, we need to go to this method to prove this answer by indirect method. Indirect method means what we want to prove, we'll let it be that is wrong statement. So let assume root 2 is not an irrational number. This is the meaning of indirect method. Indirect method, this is what we want to show. Root 2 is irrational number. So instead of that, we are going to take a root 2 is not irrational number. So if it is not irrational number, then what can you say? That root 2 is clearly is a rational number. Rational number. Yes? So if it is root 2 is a rational number, we already know the definition of rational number. If it is a rational number, it can be written in the form of, therefore root 2 can be written in the form of p by q. We are going to the p by q. Or you can take a by b. On the textbook we have a by b, so I am going to take a by b. So root 2 is equal to a by b. Very very important here. We need to mention what is a and b, where a and b are co-primes. Very very important. This word is very important to prove our theorem, our answer. So co-prime should be co-primes. So already know that in a rational number a and b are integers, b not equal to 0, and the one more special case is a and b are co-primes. So you already know the meaning of co-primes. Co-primes is nothing but HCF is 1. HCF is 1. So now after making these 3 steps, now I am going to multiply cross multiplication. Root 2 into b is equal to a. Now I am going to do squaring on both sides. SOBC. Yes. Squaring on both sides. So I am going to do root 2 into b whole square is equal to a square. So root 2 whole square into b square is equal to a square. So root 2 into whole square 2. 2b square is equal to a square. So 2b square is equal to a square. You can have a note and copy this. I will wait for 30 seconds. You can copy up to here. We will proceed the remaining part after this. Is equal to a square. We have 2b square is equal to a square. That is the meaning. A square is divisible by 2. So we know the theorem. If a square of any number divisible by a prime number, the square root also means the square root of a square is also divisible by 2. Especially this is a very important. This is a theorem. There is a theorem before the problem in our textbook of 10th class. If a square of any number divisible by prime number, then the square root also divisible by the prime number. Should be prime number. See, this 2 is the prime number here. So if it is a square of any number, suppose 25 is a number. If 25 is divisible by 5, is a 5 is a prime number, then the square root of 25, 5, it is also divisible by 5. The theorem, and this is a clearly we can generally we can identify with the help of some example. Suppose 100 is a divisible by 2. This 2 is a prime number. The square root of 100, 10 is also divisible by 2. So it is only in the case of prime numbers only. Keep in mind that word. So a is also divisible by 2. If a is divisible by 2, what can you say? If any number divisible by 2, we can say that that number can be written in the form of 2 into something, where c is some integer. Yes. Now substitute this. Let it be. This is equation 1. Now from 1, what is the one equation? 2b square is equal to a square. So I am going to substitute in place of a. I am going to substitute 2c. So 2b square is equal to 4c square. So 2b square is okay. Next step, b square is equal to 2c square. I am going to cancel 2 on the 2 2. Now again we got one more information, same like this one. So what is the meaning here? That is b square is divisible by 2. If b square is divisible by 2, b is also divisible by 2. Clear up to here. See this process. Same for a square and b square we are applying same way. So remember that this is very important. A is equal to 2c. So that is a close. We are going to end the answer. See the last steps. Okay, see the last steps. Here we got a is divisible by 2 and b is also divisible by 2. Means both a and b are divisible by 2. But what I am taking in the formula of a by b in the previous steps so what I am going to say that if both a and b are divisible by 2, then therefore a comma b are divisible by 2. This is contrary. Why? A and B are what? A and B are co-primes. So co-primes never be divisible by any other number except 1. So that is the HCF of co-prime should be 1. But here A and B are divisible by 2. That's why the HCF of A comma B are 2. This is contrary. This is contrary to A comma B are co-primes. So why we are getting the contrary here? Because in the starting we are taking a wrong condition, wrong information. Why we are what I taking? Root is not. So our assumption is wrong. So therefore root 2 is an irrational number. Check the answer. See the screen. I think this proof is understood by you. And with the help of this theorem, with the help of this answer of root 2, we can also prove root 3, root 5, root 7, root 11, root 13, like this. Can you identify this all? They all are prime numbers. Prime. The square root of prime numbers. We can show these all proofs same look like a root 2. Means where you see, just a small hint for you, in the previous answer what I explained, root 2 is an irrational number. In that problem, if you keep instead of 2 you will get, if you get 3, so you can easily show that root 3 is irrational number. So same like this, root 5, root 7 and root 11 also. So keep in mind one word, root 6. Root 6 is also irrational number, no doubt. It is a irrational number, no doubt it is a irrational number, but we cannot prove this root 6 is irrational number like this proof. Because 6 is not a prime number here. So this proof is applicable for only the prime numbers, keep in mind. So don't worry, in the next video I will show how to prove root 6 is an irrational number. Okay everyone?